This is the 2025 Mahindra Bolero Neo, and they say this is the new boss. This is more towards the urban side of the scale, not as rural and as utilitarian as the OG Bolero. The Bolero nameplate has been on sale here in the Indian market for 25 years and it carries the legacy forward. And now you have a facelift for this Bolero Neo. So you have new looks, new colors, some new features on the inside. So in this video, I will tell you everything about it. So now is a good time to subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel and press that bell icon so that you get a notification every time we upload a video for you to make an informed car buying decision. So the Bolero Neo, initially it started its journey as the TUV, compact SUV here for the Indian market, the TUV 300. Now this is called the Bolero Neo and it is a rather tough compact SUV. The highlight is that this is a body on frame construction and there is absolutely no other compact SUV which is going to offer you better rough road ability than this Bolero Neo. So that is where it shines. It shines when the going gets tough, and if the roads are broken, all other compact SUVs are going to have to slow down. Some of them will even be unable to conquer challenging terrain, but this Bolero Neo, it will carry on and it will carry on comfortably. So let us find out what are the new features, changes on this Bolero Neo in 2025 and should you buy this or not. Let me tell you all the details. So firstly, what you will notice are two new color options, jeans blue and concrete grey. This is the jeans blue paint scheme and this has the dual tone paint scheme as well. So dual tone is going to be an additional option for you to choose. There is also a new variant N11 which is going to be offered to you with this, the 2025 Mahindra Bolero Neo. So at the front, what you will see is that the headlamp and the fog lamp, they remain the same. You do have a LED DRL over here and some smoke effect for the headlamp, but that's about it. No other major change in terms of distinction with the previous iterations of the Bolero Neo. But what is a highlight is the addition of this new grille. You have these horizontal slats and you have a lot of gloss black over here with some studded chrome accents, and the chrome is also stacked in horizontally. So this overall enhances the width of this vehicle. The Mahindra Bolero Neo is a sub-4 meter compact SUV, but if you look at it from the front end, it does look rather good. It does have a good size and it has an imposing stance. Lower down as well, you have this air dam section where you get these chrome accents again, and this is going to help in overall cooling efficiency for the engine bay area. The bumpers, again, very purpose built because you have this plastic cladding lower down, and otherwise it has been a good looking SUV. It is not a vehicle which is going to win any beauty pageants, but it doesn't look bad as a vehicle which is built for a purpose, to be tough and to go anywhere. These looks are good enough. On the side profile, what you should notice are these alloy wheels. So here you have this grey finish for the alloy wheels, and these are 16-inch wheels. They fill up the wheel wear area quite nicely, squared off wheel arches, and it adds a nice, dynamism to the overall design thanks to that dark color scheme. You will also notice that on the side profile, it is now showing off this dual tone paint scheme on this jeans blue color, and the D pillar is blacked out, the C pillar is blacked out, the B pillar is blacked out, but the A pillar, this is sporting your body color. At the back, you will notice that the tail lamp, nothing major of a change. No LEDs over here, a standard halogen bulb unit. The spare wheel has a nice looking cover with the Bolero branding and the new Mahindra logo. You also have the Bolero Neo badging slapped over here on this tailgate, which opens this way. It opens sideways. So if you park your vehicle in reverse and close to a wall, you will have to move your vehicle ahead before you can access the boot or these jump seats at the back. Now on the inside, what we have with us is the lunar grey interior color scheme. You do have individual armrests for both the front occupants. So it has a mix of this light grey and dark grey finish. This is black, I guess, not even grey, but it has some contrast stitching. But it looks quite nice, and the leatherette seat upholstery is going to be very easy to maintain. You can see the same color scheme on the dashboard as well. And if you want something different, Mahindra is also going to offer you mocha brown interior options. So you will see that on the dashboard and possibly also on the seats. So that is going to be a bit different in terms of the flavor that you get inside the cabin of this 2025 Bolero Neo. Now the seats are not just new in terms of aesthetics and only for looks. The functionality has also been improved because the padding is better, the cushioning is better. So the seats are going to be more comfortable, especially on those long runs, on those long drives. So this Bolero Neo is going to keep you, the driver, or you, the passenger, much happier than the previous iterations of the Bolero Neo and also the TUV 300. So it should be a comfortable car to tour. Now a feature addition on the inside is this reversing camera, which is offered to you with this touchscreen infotainment. Now as you can notice, this is the camera quality. There are no dynamic grid lines, so solid static lines over here. These do not move based on your steering input. A decent looking camera, and the touchscreen is also functional. And then in terms of functionality, you have a storage bin over here. You have a manual day-night adjustable camera. You have a cabin lamp over here. On the sun visors, you have a vanity mirror for the front passenger or ticket holder for the driver. The gear stick is medium in height, not as tall as the classic Bolero, but the throws are medium. A storage cubby hole over here. Type-C charging point, Type-A charging point, 12-volt charging outlet, standard AC controls, eco mode also for the AC. Power window controls are over here, another cubby hole over here, another storage bin over here, which is actually 3 cup holders and bottle holders, and the handbrake. This is manual and there is nothing over here. This is a blank piece. Maybe you can add an accessory power outlet. You have this glove box, which is also reasonably sized, and this space is not bad. The seat comfort is actually quite good as soon as I have stepped inside. On the steering wheel, you have all the necessary controls for cruise control functionality, for infotainment, and the speedometer cluster is not a full digital unit. On the MID, you have multiple information such as your digital speed, TPMS, warnings, and then trip A, trip B, AC trip, and all of this. Nothing fancy, everything is functional, and it is good to read. It is just that it doesn't look very modern. On the driver door, you will notice you have a rather big bottle holder, and storage is not going to be compromised. And if I close the door, it has a nice solid thud. It has a nice secure shut sound to it. On the right hand side of the steering column, you have multiple controls for your rear view mirror, for your headlamp leveler, for eco mode, for defogger, and for your ESS functionality, which is going to offer you start stop functionality, I guess. Or if ESS is something different, please you let me know in the comments below, because we are really sprinting to make this content. Now for me in the driver's seat, I am 5 feet 8 inches in height. There is plenty of headroom that is available. This seat, by the way, it does have seat adjustment. I am now moving even lower, and this is the final locking position. This is the lowest seat setting, and this is the amount of headroom that is available. So I guess you can be 7 feet tall and you will still have some space for you in this Bolero Neo. Now let me jump in the back seat. To get in and out, you do have to put in some effort because this is a body on frame construction. So for your elderly family members, they will have to hold on to something to get inside and outside of this Bolero Neo. For me, it is not too much of a challenge. Behind my driving seat position, this is the amount of legroom and footroom that is available. Not bad for a sub-4 meter compact SUV, isn't it? Thigh support is also decent. This is your armrest, but no cup holders over here, and you can push it back all the way, but it is at the ideal spot. If I close the door, decent amount of light that is going to be thrown inside, and this interior color scheme, it looks nice and spacious and airy. It doesn't feel claustrophobic. Behind both the doors, you have these seat back pockets. There is no AC vent over here, so a rather blank spot over here, and it is actually good because you get good view of everything around you. We have been so used to something sitting over here. This actually is now feeling better over here. There is no sunroof, of course, with the Bolero Neo. That feature is not for this particular car and for this particular segment. The seat bench is rather flat. The floor is not, going to obstruct the seating capability or ability of the third passenger over here. But there is no headrest for the third occupant. But I can sit over here with a shoe size 9. Check this out. This is rather good, and this is not bad in terms of headroom available too. if I have to sit over here, this seat is pushed all the way forward. This is the maximum amount of leg room and foot room that is available. Thigh support, like I said, is decent. So if you want to make use of this car as a chauffeur driven vehicle, this is not bad at all. And if I have to get out, check this out, I can make use of this side step and then step out of this Bolero Neo. So this is going to be useful for your elderly family members. Even on the rear door, you have that bottle holder, so that is going to be very practical if you are going out on a road trip with your family. And you also have a power window switch over here. Now when you open up the third row, jump seats, and this is more of a tub, so you have to get inside and then you are going to go in over here in this third row. So check this out, when I step inside, this is how I am going to be seated, and this is not very spacious. Check this out. Now that I have closed the door, this seat back is pushing my shoulder, so I don't have any movement space over here. But if I move over here, then my head is going to bang onto this section of the roof, so it is not ideal for long distances. This can be good for short distances. This quarter glass, by the way, you can crank it up for ventilation, so you can open it up if you want some fresher air inside the cabin. These seats, they are comfortable, they are nice and supportive, and they do not feel uncomfortable at all. If it is just me over here, I can stretch my legs, and this is rather good. I can actually get my shoes off, sit here with my feet up, and this is not bad if I want to take a nap. And the seat, it is not just comfortable for my bottom, but even for my feet, because it is just so well padded. There is a storage pocket over here as well, so that is good in terms of utility. I can possibly open the door from here, but it is now child locked, so I cannot. But when you get the child lock off, this is how wide the door opens, so you have to ensure that you leave some space to open and close this door. Like I said, it is more of a tub, so if I have to get out, I have to get my feet off and then try to find where the step is. Otherwise, check this out, like someone else has before, they have scratched the bumper with their feet over here. So that is going to be something that you have to be prepared for in your ownership cycle, or just slap some applique over here so that you do not scratch the body color. Overall, this space is not bad, and this is how you will have to get out. Not very convenient for elderly family members for sure. And if you want to carry some luggage, you can fold this seat and make use of this as a cargo carrying space. This is the Mahindra Bolero Neo in terms of the seating capacity and comfort capability that it offers. Now, thanks to the improvements in seat cushioning and comfort, the Mahindra Bolero Neo is a better product, not just for the front seats but even for the second row and for the third row. So the better padding, the better cushioning, it is making the vehicle much more practical. Now, powering the Mahindra Bolero Neo is going to be a diesel engine option only. You do not get a petrol engine option or petrol plus CNG or any kind of hybrid powertrain. What you get over here is the M-Hawk series of engine. This is the M-Hawk 100, which produces 100 bhp of power and 260 Newton meters of torque, coupled to a manual gearbox. This is a body on frame construction of an SUV, so it is built tough. It is now going to offer you cruise control for better long distance touring capability, and you have multi-terrain technology, MTT, which is going to ensure that even though you do not have proper off-roading hardware, you do not have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, that MTT is going to be smart enough to slip the wheel and offer you enough traction on the wheel that has good grip and get you out of a tricky situation. It is a rather basic kind of kit, that MTT, but it works, and in semi-rural, semi-urban environments, this product, it is much more capable thanks to that MTT and thanks to the body on ladder construction. No other compact SUV is going to be able to take you places as much as this car can, this Bolero Neo can. So what is your opinion about this 2025 Mahindra Bolero Neo, the new Bolero Neo Boss? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any other questions, ask us and we will be happy to help. Do check out the other video where we speak about the OG Mahindra Bolero, the new OG Bolero Boss, which looks quite nice in 2025, even though it has been on sale with that similar silhouette for 25 long years. Do you prefer the more modern looking Bolero Neo, or you prefer the OG Bolero, the OG Bolero silhouette and stance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.